What's up, everybody? I'm Getty. Welcome to Conan Exiles. Don't mind the Isle of Sipta. That is a somewhat recent addition, which is essentially a new map. Now, for people that don't know, Conan Exiles is a survival game based in the Hyperboreal Age. Conan. If you don't know who Conan is, there's a couple of movies I highly suggest starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. They're good. But this game is essentially a survival that does not hold your hand. I know a lot of survival games say that. This one means it. So we're going to jump right into it. Let's see here. We'll go single player co-op. Continue. We'll go new game. Single player game. And you get a whole lot of options. Now, I've got the nudity turned off, because we're family friendly around here. Is my microphone in the way? A little bit. I can't really... I don't know. And Kalua's in the chair. She's mad at me right now. You can see her eyes. But, anyways, this game has a couple of different sections. Like I said, it's got 2 different maps. We're going to be doing the Exiled lands, the base game. I myself have never completed it. I've played it numerous times, but there's been a lot of updates since then. So, we'll see what happens. This is essentially your difficulty. You have Civilized, Decadent, and Barbaric. Decadent is essentially the medium, normal mode. It's for people who have played survival games before and want to be challenged but not overwhelmed. And it talks about a couple of things cause like buildings do not become abandoned. Something part of this game, because it's mostly a PvP game, but it is PvE. It's weird. We're not going to be PvP, strictly single player. But over time, your buildings will decay and fall apart. We're not going to worry about that. We're going to have that turned off. The Purge, we will be dealing with. It's something that we'll learn as we go through the story. And I'll try to brush everybody up on the story, the bits and pieces that I know, because this game is very lore dependent. So, but the Purge is very important. We're going to go Decadent, because we're not going to go easy mode. No. But we're not going to go Barbaric either, because it's harder, and I don't know about it. The enemies have more death. Look, by yourself, you really got to be careful. Alright, so we're going to go Decadent. Exiled lands, Decadent. Play. Do you wish to override? Yes. See, I've played this game before. Said I haven't beat it, but the answer is yes, we will override it. And then we get a little cutscene. Now, if you're expecting Arnold Schwarzenegger as Conan, I guess they couldn't get the rights to that guy. So, we have Conan. And you'll see soon enough, once it decides to load. I think it's loading. It takes it a minute. It's a relatively old game that's been kind of revamped along the way. I'm not going to even pretend to understand everything that goes with it, but as you'll see, don't expect a lot of high fantasy in this game. Expect more realistic fantasy, I guess you could call it. They have a new update coming up soon, which is the sorcery part of the sword and sorcery. Finally, we're going to get some sorcery. But until then, we're going to try and get this base game finished. And then, of course, we may play it again. Hopefully, like I said, we're going to get one of the great cutscenes that is Conan. Oh, man. Oh, we got to make our character first. My bad. Gotta hydrate. You get the choice, male or female. We're gonna go male. Some people will go female just because they'd rather, see. Make sure I'm not lagging. See a female as they play, but it's all good. Alright. If you don't know anything about Conan, it's very barbaric, naturally. We get to pick a race. There's loads of races. Whole bunch. Tefari, Vindalum, Zamorian, Pict, Zingaren. I usually go with Sumerian. Why? Because I'm a traditionalist. That's what Conan was. I don't even think he was originally Sumerian. At least, he was Sumerian, but there are multiple tribes. Anyways, barbaric and warlike, the Sumerians are the descendants of the ancient Atlanteans. They fought on foot mainly and take savage raids on their neighbors to the east, north, and south. I mean, considering they're not that bad. We're going to go Sumerian. Now, religion. This is something that this game has that is kind of strange. You've got a fair bit... Oh, there it goes. A fair bit of religions. Now, if you've watched the movie, Set was very prominent. The snake. Two snakes converging on one. You know, that's what Conan was looking for. But you have multiples. I'll give everybody a brief rundown. Mitra is essentially like your good deity. I guess if you could call them anything like good. It gives you a little description of them. I mean, I could read them, but I don't. You can read them too. They focus on essentially like healing and helping people. Even though they kind of Shanghai people into the religion, which is really weird. Then you get Set, the snake. Yog. Yog is the deity of cannibals. There's a lot of Yog people. One of the first, I guess you can call it dungeon. One of the first group of people we're going to run into are Yogites. Yogites. Cannibals. The Defari. They're Yogites. Ymir. Ymir is a frost giant. Yes, frost giant. To the north. There are essentially like Nordic people. They're part of the northern people. Derketo. Derketo is they call it a two-faced goddess, fertility and death. Now, she is the unwilling lover of Set in the lore. So, she is essentially split down the middle. She's half skeleton, half beautiful woman, to kind of signify her death and fertility thing. Crom on his mighty mountain. Now, that is Conan's lord. Granted, Conan, he might not have exactly been a very religious person, and Crom might just be the deity that he kind of gravitated towards, but it's usually the one I go with, Crom. Now, I have to explain something real quick, but we'll go to the last one first. Zath. Zath is a new deity. Yes, new. Weirdly enough, it is the spider god. Purity through cleansing. That's the one we're going to go with, because I haven't really done it much. But we're going to go back and talk a little bit about the deities. I know it's going to be a long video, because I'm going to kind of just blah the stuff that I know before we get started. But Crom is he is the only deity that does not give you anything. There's no altars to Crom. There's no benefits to praising Crom. Crom only accepts, it's not really sacrifice, it is deeds. And you get nothing for it. So if you take Crom, you're completely shut off from religion until you find people that can teach you the other religions, which is the thing. If people like this, we'll get more into religion as we go. I'm going to pick Zath. Warning, this is not a religion for those who suffer from arachnophobia. Zath is a commonly worshipped deity in Zamoria, with his great temple in the city of Yazud. Zath is an inscrutable god. His dictates are decided by his priests. Followers of Zath are concerned with purity. They do not drink, gamble, or fornicate. They believe that the holy venom of Zath will purify the world, and they devote themselves to raising his many children. So, yeah. Make a family. Don't gamble. Do the good things. But, another thing, one of the last things I'm going to say about the gods is, other than Crom, all the deities, once you get their temple to max level 3, all the sacrifices, and you have to get a high priest of that religion. Now, I'm picking Zath because the trainer for Zath is in a very difficult place to get to, so you can't start off very easily if you want to just run and grab that. Because you can learn all of the religions, I think except for Crom, because they don't have anything, but you have to find a trainer, a high priest, and they'll teach it to you. There's other ways, but that's the go-to way. And Zath is in a part of the map that's very hard to get to early on, so we're just going to start with it, because it seems kind of cool. I'll be the spider deity. Okay. He reminds me of somebody. Does it not remind everybody else? Like Ray Liotta, a little bit? Looks like a little bit like Ray Liotta right now, just with long hair. So we're going to finalize a character. Alright. Here hangs... Before you read that, we're going to change her name. We need a name. What's a good name? The best name. Getty. Getty. Alright, here hangs Getty, Sumerian. Condemned to death in exile for crimes including unauthorized dismemberment, cultural appropriation, breaking pinky promises. That's good. And any who remove this body, living or dead, from the cross will be flayed alive, along with all members of their family. They're pretty serious about pinky promises, apparently. Yeah, cool. So we've been crucified for various things. Here we go. Bum bum.
During the year of the Cobra, a prisoner captured by unknown means was transported into the exiled lands.
Cool.
Crucified and left to die for crimes that they may or may not have committed. Death comes swiftly on black wings.
I'll turn it up a little bit.
Until fate intervenes.
Fate. That's us. We are in the exiled lands. Like I said, don't be too harsh on the graphics, okay? It's an old game. Boom, boom, boom. God, it's a buzzard. Wanna pay some money? Let's go now.
Are you thirsty, dead man? Shall I cut you down from that corpse tree? It might kill you. You civilized men are soft. Your lives are not nailed to your spines. Where I come from, we kill our enemies in battle. We don't leave them in the desert to die like dogs. So, you live again, dead man. This land does not love men. You are marked, and you cannot cross the ghost fence wearing that. It might have been kinder to leave you on the cross.
Mayhaps.
Live. Love. Burn with life. Slay and survive. We will meet again, dead man.
Sandstorm. He's walking into the sandstorm. Look at that. Now, if that's not a way to start a game, I don't know what is. Heck yeah. We lived. Just enough to pass out. Now, that's a heck of a start, is it not? See, he's walking towards a sandstorm, which is going to play a big part in the game. Like I said, there's quite a bit of lore that they don't really tell you very well. And I'm going to try and fill everybody in as we go. Because I know just a little bit from playing it before. Alrighty. Boom, look at this. Look at us, handsome as ever. No, you cannot zoom the camera out. It kind of has its own thing. It does its own thing. Now, you can't see, but up here in the little corner that I'm in, there's something called journey steps. And that's about the best the game gives you on direction. So you do this. You flip over to journey. Boom. You've got all these chapters. This is chapter 1. You can't really see because our camera's covering it. And it tells you things like climb, drink, eat, use the bedroll, that kind of thing. Not that important. Some of them are misplaced, some of them are a little more difficult than they make it out to be. So, yeah, boom.
Behold, bonded one, the very boundaries of civilization. Beyond the passage of our highways lie the wild places of the world, where untamed savages make endless war upon each other. You cannot pass into the endless wastes enslaved. Your bonding prevents it. Return. Follow the road. Any road. All roads lead to the city.
All roads lead to the city. What does it mean? I'll show you what it means. Boom. This is the map. This is the volcano. It's all big. Alright. We are here. One of many starting areas down here, this little desert area. And this is the water. And what he means by all roads lead to the city is this city. This is called the Unnamed City. And it's a reason it's called unnamed, not exactly sure. But it's important. And we'll move along to the broken highway. Make sure we're still recording good. This game, like any other game, requires you to do various things that involve gathering. Let's see here. I meant to up the harvest rate just a little bit. I wonder if I can do that from in here. Server settings, harvest rate. Can't do that from here. That's fine. We'll leave harvest rate at 1 for now. So anyways, you have to collect things. You've got to collect plant fiber, you've got to collect rocks, you have to survive. And that's what we're gonna do. So we're just gonna collect a bunch of things. See all the birds up there, the dead people along the way. I think we do not have our water skin. It used to start you with the water skin. It might not anymore. I think Conan give you one, but it's not there. Yeah. Sometimes it was on the ground. There's just not one. That's cool. We'll make one as we go. That's fine. As you can see, like top left corner, the red is our health bar, the yellow is our stamina, and underneath is water, food, weight, and temperature. Those are all very important things you have to keep track of in Conan Exiles, because any of them can kill you. You run out of water, you run out of food, you run out of health, you run out of stamina. If you get too hot, too cold, you die. And if you don't have anywhere like a bedroll, then you just have to spawn back randomly around this area, which kind of sucks. All right, we've collected some things. So once again, I'm kind of covering it, but over on the right hand side is your crafting area. There's a whole bunch of things, and you can see what I'm hovering over. And what we really need to start with are tools. Need branches, rocks. We have plant fibers, which gives us twine. What we're going to do, we're going to start making some twine a little bit as we go, because we're going to need it for clothing. Like I said, I have a little bit of knowledge about this game. Not a lot, but I'm going to try and give everybody a fair chance if they want to play this game, because from the people that I've talked to that's played this game before, some of them give up, some of them really enjoy it, and sometimes they don't exactly know a lot of the starting stuff because they don't tell you. So don't worry, Getty is going to show you the way. Just follow me, I know the way. There, it's a bat, a big one. That's what's been making all this noise. Grr. This guy did not make it. Cool.
Gods curse this sandstorm. We were forced to take refuge before the wind scoured the skin from our faces. There is something in the storm. Beasts. We hear the skittering of their paws outside the ruins, and their howls mingled with the screaming winds. The men are scared. I've put them to work crafting rudimentary weapons and torches from the loose stones and rough plants that dot this place. I've yet to meet a beast that liked fire, or the bite of the axe.
It is true. Now, we're going to find various journals like that of people who have came before and died. Now, to start with, one thing that I wish it told more people is, the first thing I'm going to do is make an axe. Make a stone axe. Everybody wants to get a pick, you know, like Minecraft, grab you a pick. Get an axe. Trust me, I'll teach you the way. Let this craft up really quick. You're not going to get attacked here. The worst that can happen is you run out of food or water, which is something we can do. Now, you crafted it. It's not in your inventory over here. Where did it go? Well, on console, which is what I play, if you hold the L1 button, it brings up this little menu. It's very important. You put it down here in the bottom section. That's perfectly fine. You take it out, you can put it back. All you gotta do is hover over it and release the button. Or vice versa, do it again, hover it, pick where you want it, release the button. Once it's there, you can do the same, and you can pull it out, or you can put it away. Very important. Everything new that you craft will go into that menu, and to use things from your inventory, they kind of need to be in that menu. There's exceptions to this, but we'll learn as we go. The reason I say to do an axe is because you need a lot of sticks to start with, and picking them up by hand, you only get a couple. But if you hit them with an axe, boom, look at that, 6. Now, one thing you'll notice, if I can find another one over here, it has 2 numbers, plus something and then a number in parentheses. Alright, the plus is how many you just collected, the parentheses are how many you have in your inventory. It's very important. Some more, boom. Sticks aren't the easiest thing to come by right off the bat. We're just gonna still collect things as we go. We need plant fiber. We need twine. We've got a little twine because we want to make some clothing. So we'll make a shirt, some pants, gloves, and shoes. Boom. And get that stuff crafting as we go. Unlike a lot of survival games, you're not really slowed down while crafting things. You just kind of do. Alright, we're heading towards water. I know, it's a clothe yourself. Boom, see? He put the clothes on himself. Just that fast. It just happens. Didn't used to be that way. There's a lot of things that have changed since I played it last. I dabbled with it a little bit before I decided to record. And then I was having fun, so I was like, why not? I still like the game. Alright. Now, getting into some greenery. Make sure everybody can see if it's not too dark, because this game at nighttime will get dark. Very dark. To the point where you will die, because you can't see and you'll walk off a cliff. But before this, we gotta watch out for enemies. A lot of times you'll hear them long before you see them. Like running in the distance there. Oop. Loading, alright. Look at these. These are here. These are called shellbacks. They're like turtle monkeys. The green ones are perfectly fine. These little like brown and green ones, they are the females. They are non-combative unless you attack them or steal a baby. Or eggs. I even think eggs will be okay. Oh look, they were fighting an imp. And they lost a baby. These imps will try to steal their babies. But since they're already dead, we're going to go ahead and just, don't mind me. I'm going to take some hide. I need the hide for stuff. We're getting thirsty. Ooh, aloe. Grab some aloe, because that's important. And we're just going to go and make our way towards the water, which is over here. You always have to be careful, because around water, everything needs water. Oop, look, see, there's more exiles over there. People like us, kind of. They wouldn't crucify, but they are exiled to this land. Away from civilization. Oh, made a discovery, the Sentinels. That's those statues there. And they are very important, because they're a really good landmark. Drink some water. And to start with, you get bugs. Bugs are food. Yeah. You see, like, in the center of the screen, you've got water and health, or food. You eat these. Feral flesh. I don't care about feral flesh. I like better things. Put this there. Now that we've got some hide, we need 5 twine, and then we're going to make us a water skin. Now, unlike a lot of survival games, Ark in particular, because that just comes to mind, water doesn't leak out of your water skin. And it doesn't just do one fill up of water. So you don't really have to craft multiple water skins if you don't want to. And they're also one of the exceptions to the rules about stuff in your inventory having to be in the little dial. Because right now, as long as you're a little thirsty, Hopefully I'm a little thirsty enough. Where did he put it? Oh, look, it's in there. We're just going to take it out of there. Just hit the X button and put it in our inventory. Now, if you use this in your inventory when you are thirsty, you can fill it. Now, on console, it's a little problematic. Sometimes it won't let you fill it. There it goes. See, it says durability 10. That just means it's full. And as you use it, it'll drain. So that's fine. We don't need it to be that big a deal. Let's see. What I like to do first is to get a base. Now, since we came out of this particular area, we have this guy over here. There are a number of NPCs in the game that give you lore. You can talk to them. You learn all kinds of things. This is one of them. This is Archos the Wanderer.
Another new one, eh? I can smell it on you.
Thank you.
Veterans tend to smell just a little more like despair.
Hey.
I'm Archos. Once a sailor, now a wanderer. You didn't think you were the only one, did you? You should go up north. There's whole cities of exiles up there.
Good to know.
In the beginning, there were only a few of us. But now, seems like fresh-faced fools are showing up every week.
Thank you. I am a fool.
Not all of them are as friendly as I am, mind you. Watch your step. There are a lot of desperate people out there. Bracelets. You can't remove them. Saw one fool cut his arm clean off trying to get rid of it. He bled to death right there in the sand. Nasty business.
Yeah.
Leave it on. You'll start to hear the voices soon enough, and
Shellback, do you
you'll
mind?
start seeing the ghosts. I don't
Ghosts.
think the voices are for us. Not for us here and now. I think they were talking to somebody else. Back then. Wherever it was. Whenever it was. Those pillars keep us confined here. Some call it the curse wall, or the ghost fence, or just the boundary.
The ghost
Doesn't really
wall.
matter what it's called, does it?
Not particularly.
I walked all the way around it once. Had to be careful not to cross it, of course. Once in the north, I saw a few people on the other side, wearing bracelets just like ours, with gems of amber. Makes you wonder. I'm no scholar, but I've met a few who passed through. They all have mad theories about what the ruins scattered around here are. The Lemurians, Giant Kings, Kari, Pelusian Serpent Men. Do those names mean anything to you?
Just a little bit.
Never mind. It's my experience that men who have their minds in the past get eaten by crocodiles in the present.
Cool.
In the beginning, there were only a few
Okay,
of
that's
us.
all. We'll learn the
But now,
plot.
it seems like fresh-faced fools are
And then
showing
leave
up
him.
every week.
That's all he's really got to say. He gives us a couple of hints there. The bracelet. See, you have the option to remove the bracelet that instantly kills your character. Don't do that. That's the hard way. But if you look at the map here, if you look, see if we can find a good section. Can't really see it very well. Right in here. Can we zoom in? Yes. Can zoom. Aha. Right here. You see these little pillars? They're actually right in here. You can barely make out some of them. They're not really good because we haven't really been anywhere. There are essentially like little crosses, symbols, statues. They are what is called the ghost wall. We are trapped here because of the bracelet we have on. It's part of being put in the exiled lands. You can't really see any from here, I don't think. Maybe back on the other side of where we came from? Not really. Maybe? No. But it's very important that you don't try to cross that. If you try to cross it with a bracelet on, it'll instantly kill you. No matter how high your level is, no matter what kind of health, armor, whatever it is, you die. That's it. Dead character. But we're going to figure out how to get through there. Now, this map is important. There's a lot of things that go along in this map. You kind of see it's got a divide right here. There's a reason for that. This is the Unnamed City. This is the forest. This is where the Lemurians live. This over here are where the Giant Kings live. It's a race of people, both of them are. They had a war. We'll learn more about it as we go. This was the Giant King City, the other side was the Lemurian City. They had a war. One of the races developed the technology for these bracelets. They both claim that they did it naturally. And they're still at war now, except for most of them have died off. We'll learn more as we go. But there's a couple of things we have to worry about. Down here at the bottom it says Purge Meter. Also says when the Purge Meter fills this line, Purge starts spawning. We have to get ahead of that. Also, when we start building a base, the Sandstorm will come. The Sandstorm comes randomly. I don't think there's really a cycle to it. The only difference is, on this map, if you drew a line from like, kind of like right here, diagonally, up here, anything below this line is in danger of the Sandstorm. Anything also below that line is a level 1 Purge. I think there's 3 levels. That's level 1, the higher you go is a 2, up high is 3. And that's important because the stuff that you make your base out of is determined. It helps you determine what kind of Purge you can withstand. We'll learn more of that as we go. But right now, we need a base. I know I'm talking a lot. We're going to in the first episode or so. Drink a little bit more. We need a base. We need tools. We need all kinds of things because we don't have much of nothing. Now, since the Sentinels are here, I like to build my base on this island right there. Just to my right. This one. Realize that's right beside it. So we're going to go over here. I don't know if there's anything underneath. No. Alright. We're going to claim this island. Now, that red shellback, that's a male. He is there to defend them. If you get too close, they'll attack. We don't want that. So to start with, we're just going to be nice and easy and collect some things. I don't think we've leveled up yet, have we? Doesn't say level. Yeah, we got a little bit. We're going to come over here. Stand in the water. Tributes. Now, the way Conan Exiles works is you have 60 levels. That's it. Once you hit 60 levels, you don't get anything else. So, you want to be careful about how you build your character. But what I like to do is put some in encumbrance, put some into strength. As you see, these things on the right-hand side, each level you hit in that attribute gives you a perk. Strength is, how hard you hit things, how much you get when you hit things, and encumbrance is how much you are encumbered by. Then feats. There's a list of feats to go from. You've got a couple of different trees, as in, a couple of different pages. The home page kind of shows you the general stuff. What we want is weapons. Let's see, we've got 3 skill points available to us right now. I don't think you can barely see that. It's got a skill point and a cost. It's kind of hard to see, but we're going to get this Apprentice Mason. Gain a level. That's the first step in building a base. And we got 1 point, put it in strength. Okay, we've got basic tools. I want a box. Weapons come in handy, but not those weapons. I want warrior and I want defender. Can I afford them both? Costs 2. I've got 3 available, so no. We'll go warrior. This is unlocking things for us to build. Now on the right hand side you see we unlocked all of this stuff. Well, you can't really see it very well, but we did. We unlocked a lot of things. It's hard to see. But we unlocked a sword. We need 20 stone and 5 twine. So we're going to take our axe here. Very carefully. Yeah, we're getting hungry. Weak from hunger. I'm going to get some stone. Need at least 20. We'll just grab those. Right, we'll grab some wood. Don't mind me, Mr. Shellback. Couple of these. Alright, we're gonna need some fiber. Ooh, look. Crocodile. Yeah, I hear you, crocodile. We're gonna go... I guess... I don't see a red shellback over there. We're gonna go this way. A little more foresty. Kind of a big thing on our to-do list right now. Let's get a weapon. Because, unlike in other survival games, your tools are terrible weapons. They are tools for a reason. They are not made to be whacking things with. It's a last-ditch effort. So we're just going to grab some more fiber. Because we need a lot of twine. We'll need twine for a long time. Like I said, you can see I'm getting 1. Very, very, very terrible. So, before the next episode, I'll up the rates for gathering to like 2 times rates, which will give us like too. But it helps. There's a reason. There's a method to the madness. The reason is because each tier of tool you get increases the amount of stuff you get with that tool. Yeah, I know. Crazy how that works. And if you've ever watched Conan, at least the original ones, the riddle of steel. Yeah, we're going to have to figure that out. How to make steel. You don't just find very much steel. You have to kind of make it for yourself. And that's not the easiest thing to do, but hey, you got me as your guide. I got you covered. I'm going to make sure everybody who plays this game after watching my videos can survive. But beforehand, we got a lot of gathering to do. At least for a little bit. And we want to kind of keep a little mental note of where the baby's shellbacks are. Need some bugs. Not a whole lot in them, but got some seeds. Can't really eat seeds. Because we want to make sure we survive, and easy. The best way I know to do that is to teach people about animals, taming things. Make us a sword. I also want a skinning knife, because as its name suggests, you skin animals with it. It's going to be a bunch of stone tools for a while. Get a dedicated weapon. Heck yeah. Alright. We'll also need a pick, because we don't need to be using our hatchet on stone. So that, get a pick. We've got a sword. We'll make a wrap while we're at it. Alright. Wait for this pick to make, because I like to arrange my inventory a certain way, called a little OCD. I like to have this up here. No, I don't want to put the wood there. This, I like down here. And no, I don't want the wood. The controls aren't exactly made for console very well. I want the sword here. There. Now we've got a dedicated whacker. Good old stone sword. You can't really do much but whack things with it, which is what we're going to do. So we need hide. We need a lot of hide. What else do we need? We need to clean out that island, because I want it to be my island. And we need food. The best way to get... Hello, crocodile. I guess this is a good time as any to learn about combat. Best way to get food. Now, the way Conan combat works is you can dodge and duck, but if you run out of stamina, you're stuck. Now, you can lock on with the right analog stick. I choose not to, because it locks you in a direction. You can't move very well, and you kind of sidestep, which don't help you. So, what I like to do is, crocodiles, very easy. They're kind of stupid, and they jump a lot. As long as you keep them lunging and walking around them like this, you're perfectly safe. But you have to attack to win. You have light attack and special attack. It's called special attack. It's really like a hard hit. With different weapon types, different kinds of hits. We can't really do very good combos right now. That's right. Get some lizard. Just whack, roll, dodge, get out of the way. As long as you're not cornered, you're fine. Crocodiles, they hit hard. But we don't want to get hit. I'd rather not. That's right. Now, when we fight the shellbacks, I'm going to show you a bit of a quirk that this game has that it might break the immersion a little bit. There he is, in a level. We'll skin him. But like I said, we're gonna do a quirk. Get back there. It's not the best thing to showcase of this game, but it is what it is. We're gonna clean out this island now, because we need food. The crocodile gave us feral flesh. We don't want feral flesh. We want savory flesh, because that's the good stuff. That's the steaks. Now, if at some point you find yourself stuck. Now, can I kick with this? Yeah, there we go. That's a journey step, just a kick. If you find yourself being chased by more enemies than you can fight off, go to water that you can swim in. I know it's weird, even crocodiles, even against crocodiles. You get in the water where you swim, and they will not chase you. They won't come in it. It's part of the game. I never really took it out. Do I have anything to eat? I can eat the feral flesh a little bit. Gives me a little poisoning, but It's alright. It's what we got. We need food to get food, so. We got the big guy. What I would like to do is, I would like to kite him closer to me. Because I don't want to, if you start a fight with him, all the females will attack you too. And he's guarding all the babies. So, we come over here. There you go. Come get some. He's going to be aggressive. Highly aggressive. He do a lot of jumping, attacking. He's a much harder target than the crocodile. That's right. Get some. We really need a shield before we do this, but I like to not lock on. Just get a couple of hits, 2 or 3. Don't let him hit you. Come get some. There we go. Get another level. Now, skin it, skin it. See there? Savory flesh and hide. Now, before we go too much further, we're going to dump a couple more points in encumbrance and strength. And I'm going to get the shield. Now, if you're new to Conan, I highly recommend getting a shield. Even this little bitty piece of junk wooden one. Because it's going to make combat a heck of a lot easier. On everybody. Craft a shield. Because blocking an attack, for one, is a journey step. And 2, it's going to make this a lot simpler. Just as soon as it makes the shield. Alright, shield, sword. It's getting dark, but we want this island. So we're going to try and take out the other shelf back. I think there was one more. Is there one more? Yeah, there it is. And the babies. We want the babies. You do this, and then you can block. Boom. They can't get through the shield. As long as you're blocking, it's going to use your stamina. Couple of hits, throw up your shield. Let them hit it. Whack them again. Boom. Then we skin them. Now, if you want them more like bone and hide, you can use a hatchet. You don't really have to. But, look at this. This is going to be our island. Now we're going to grab some eggs because we're hungry. And they offer a really good source of food. It says low grade, but to start with, it's really good. You can't hatch eggs. So you know, that's not how you do it. That's not how you get your own little shell back. I'm going to show you how. It'll probably be in the next episode. This one's kind of long right now. I know because I've been long-winded. Just want to eat. Boom. Now this is going to be my island in the next episode. Because that's all I have time for this one. It's a long one. I'm sorry. But hopefully everybody's going to enjoy this series. I really like this game, and I hope you learn something. Well, I mean, what good is it if you don't learn anything? Next episode, we're going to start by right back here. We're going to start building our base on this little bitty island because I like this island. I mean, there's some hyenas over there. You can barely make them out. There's shellbacks. Next episode, we're going to start a base. But you can't really pause it. It's active. But I hope everybody enjoyed this. It's going to be a long series. I know it. And hopefully everybody's going to like this series. But if you did, please consider leaving a like and a subscribe. It really helps out the channel. Hope to see you all in the next one.